right. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What's going on? What's popping? What's the deal? What's good? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? All right, so let me just make sure shit is going how it's supposed to go. What up, Justin Bing, Elroy Jetson, T Mills, enemies defeated. Jeff, what up? What's good? I just want to make sure all of this shit is working how it's supposed to work. All right. All right, so today I'm going to be talking about why men have the fantasy of women chasing them. You understand? Shout out to my dude, O'Shea Duke Jackson, because I saw a video he did earlier today, and he was talking about, like, high-value men, wanting to be chased by women. So I was like, that's an interesting topic. So I was like, I gotta speak on that a little bit. Nathan Wan, Fabian K, what's good? Sydney Walker, what up? So before we get into anything, make sure you guys get this book, How to Have Sex 2 Minute 8 ebook, hard copy, or audiobook. Make sure you guys get this copy, ebook, hard copy, or audiobook. Make sure you guys go to mrlocario.com to get it popping. You feel what I'm saying? So we gonna get it in. All right, so looks like everything's working. So we gonna go in. So men wanting to get women to chase them, okay, or men wanting women to chase them. Now, you can actually get women to chase you, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? But what most guys have, they have a fantasy of being able to get women to chase them just out the blue. Or, guys, they're very high up on this choosing signals type of, rhetoric, where they're like, well, don't approach girls, just let them choose you. Become like this super awesome guy, and then the women are gonna choose you. You ain't gotta approach no girls, you ain't got a cold approach. So dudes are still on that. So they're thinking about choosing signals, they're thinking about chasing and all this other stuff, right? Now, the reason why guys have a fantasy about women chasing them is because if women chase you, that alleviates some of the work you got to do. You understand what I'm saying? If the women chase you, then you don't really got to approach as much or at all if they're chasing you. If women are chasing you and just choosing up on you, you don't have to deal with rejection. You understand what I'm saying? So guys like the fantasy of having women chase them so they don't have to deal with the actual thing you need to do in order to get women on a consistent basis. And the funny part is that in order to get those women on a consistent basis, you have to do things that are actually character building, which is approach women, interact with them, and not sit there waiting for them to chase you, right? So now, what will happen is that women are going to chase you once they have an experience of you. See, this is what guys think. This is the fantasy. Guys think, well, if I get a lot of money, if I have a good job, if I'm on point, my shit's together, then women will start to chase me. That's false. You understand what I'm saying? Dudes is like, well, if I get my shit together, I self-improve, I start to do X, Y, and Z, women are going to start to chase me. Now, does this mean that a woman will never chase you? No, I'm saying that on a consistent basis, women are not going to be chasing you. So there are things you need to do in order to get women to chase you. Now, one of the things that make women chase men, period, is the woman. I've talked about this before. What up, Jasmine? What up, Global Voice? Big Stain was good. What makes a woman chase you is the woman has to have some sort of experience with you, or she has to feel like she knows you. You understand what I'm saying? She has to have some experience with you and have a feeling that she knows you, right? So what a lot of dudes do is this. They'll use celebrities to illustrate. They'll be like, well, listen, Idris Elba is going to have women chasing him. Justin Timberlake is going to have women chasing him. They'll say, freaking Drake is going to have women chasing him, right? Which is true. But why does Idris Elba, Justin Timberlake, and Drake have women chasing them? One, because they're famous, but what I'm saying is deeper than that. It's the women know these guys, or they feel they know these guys, or they know of these guys. So celebrities have a built-in marketing platform for women to know who the fuck these guys are in order to want to chase them. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if Drake wasn't famous, or Idris Elba wasn't famous, and Justin Timberlake wasn't famous, and they just walked into a bar, ain't no woman chasing them. Why? Because the women don't know them and they have no experience with them. So there's nothing for them to chase. See, what makes a woman want to chase is some sort of experience or knowing of what she's chasing. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the way to get a woman to chase you is she has to first experience you. The reason why she'll chase Drake and versus you, of course, aside of the fact that Drake is famous, is that she knows of Drake. She felt, even when she's listening to his songs, watching his interviews, she feels like she knows of him. She feels like she's experienced him, which makes her want to chase him. Because she sees that value within him that makes her want to chase, that makes her want to go after him, right? Now, let's go on a fucking ridiculous example. Let's say you have more money than Drake, right? Let's say you have more money than Drake. Just for whatever reason. You owned a business, now you got way more money than Drake. You got way more money than Justin Timberlake, right? Matter of fact, let's say you own the record companies that these motherfuckers is signed to, right? So you got the money, you got the status, all that other shit, right? Now, let's say me and you walk into a fucking bar and we chilling and having a drink and just kicking it. Those chicks in there don't know who the fuck you are. But you got more money than Drake. You got more, shit popping off than him. But they're not chasing you. Why? Because they don't fucking know who you are. They haven't experienced you. They don't even know that you're a rich nigga. You just walked in there. You're like every other dude in the place. You understand what I'm saying? And they're not chasing you, right? Because they don't know you. They have no experience. Now, let's say you go up and approach a girl. Let's say you start talking to her. And let's say she starts to like vibe with you. She likes you, whatever, right? Let's say y'all start kicking it for the rest of the night. You spend a few hours with her. Y'all chilling. Next you know, you take her back to your spot, right? Next you know, y'all have some good sex. She came like 3 times. Everything is all good, right? And now, the next day comes, you don't call her. The day after that comes, she don't hear from you. She's thinking about you. The next day comes, the 3rd or 4th day comes, she's like, damn, I really want to see this guy. Now she texts you, hey, what's up? What you up to? Right? Now she's starting to chase you because she had something to chase. You understand? And this is what dudes don't get when it comes to the game. A lot of guys think, well, I'm just going to get my shit together. I'm going to have this nice watch on, and then I'm going to fucking have a nice place, and chicks are just going to start chasing me like it's nothing. It don't work that way. This is why women don't chase you, because you don't know how to do it. You don't understand the dynamics of what will make a woman chase. Also, what you have to understand is this. Just like how you may be scared of rejection, right? Women are also scared of rejection. Women are also scared of being turned down. Women are also have a fear of, their ego being crushed or whatever you want to say. You understand what I'm saying? So what happens is, what will compel a woman to chase you is if there's enough desire there for her to get out of her comfort zone to chase you. You understand what I'm saying? So what would give her that desire is the experience she's had with you in order for her to make the chase worth it. So a chick is not going to see you and be like, oh, well, that guy has a nice jacket. I'm going to start chasing this motherfucker. Oh, this guy, he has a nice smile. I'm going to start chasing him. They don't know. She'll probably check you out, but she ain't chasing you. But have an experience with that woman, go out with that woman on a date, hook up with her, have some good sex with her, then that will compel her to chase if she feels that desire to chase you. You feel what I'm saying? This is what you guys got to understand. It's not about just being, like having a certain amount of money or even if some guys will say, well, if you're in a certain, tax bracket or if you are in a certain circle, that's going to make a chick chase. No, it's not. You may have access to different types of women in different types of circles, but that doesn't necessarily mean she's going to chase you. That doesn't necessarily mean she's going to be coming at you. See, what happens is that there still has to be initial, work on the man's part to get things in motion. You understand what I'm saying? There still has to be something on your part to get the shit in motion. And the thing is, you can't really compare yourself to celebrities. Because again, like I said, celebrities have a built-in marketing plan with the media and all that for women to be able to get a taste of who this guy is to want to then chase him. You understand? Like even, I don't know if any of you guys saw that Pete Davidson interview with Charlamagne the God, right? So Pete Davidson, he's a dude, a comedian that's on Saturday Night Live. And, he talks openly about his mental issues and all this other stuff, right? So while he was in that interview, he was talking about a whole bunch of shit. Like, damn, I cut myself sometimes. I feel depressed about this and about that, all this other shit, right? So what happened with him was, and I'm looking through the comments and looking at what the women are saying. And the women are like, oh my God, I love him. He's so awesome. I want to take care of him. I just want to hug him. I just want to squeeze him. I just want to nurture him and tell him everything's going to be all right and yada, yada, yada. Right? So they're getting a glimpse into his life, but he has a platform to be able to push that situation out there. You understand what I'm saying? And to be able to get those women to want to chase. You understand? So he has the media helping him to be able to be known, to be able to give a woman an experience, to get her to want to chase, to get her to want to take action. You understand? How many of y'all remember Jeremy Meeks? Y'all remember Jeremy Meeks? Right? Remember the dude who had the mugshot and he was a light-skinned motherfucker and all the women are like, oh my God, he's so sexy. Oh my God, I want this guy. Oh my God. Right? Now, why was it, shout out to K Zag and 20 in the building, was popping? Think about this. Jeremy Meeks, I don't know how old is he. He's probably like in his late 20s or some shit, right? Late 20s, maybe early 30s, right? When that mugshot was put out, he's a grown-ass man. So that means he's been living for how many years before that mugshot came out in the media? Right? So why is it that it took for the mugshot to come out for him to be in a situation for him to come up like that? What up, Afi in the building? What's going on, bro? Why did it take for the media for him to be able to come up like that? Because I'm sure he looked the same when he was a criminal and he was doing all his shit in the streets, right? So why wasn't women chasing him and trying to get at him back then in that same capacity? Because I'm sure he probably had some women who thought he was cute and all that. But what happens is that the media pushed his face out there and put him out there and had women checking him out and, oh my God, he's a criminal and, oh, that's so sexy. And You understand what I'm saying? And so it put him in the position to be chased. See, what most of you guys got to understand is most of y'all, 98, 99% of y'all will never be in the situation of a Jeremy Meeks or a Justin Timberlake or a fucking Idris Elba or a fucking Drake. You're not going to be in that position. So women are not going to just chase you like those guys. So to compare yourself to a celebrity to be chased is ridiculous, right? See, you being a guy who's not a celebrity, you being a guy who doesn't have a campaign, you feel what I'm saying? What up, Chris Banks was popping? What up, Rob was good? You not having that campaign built in for you, what you're going to have to do to get a woman to chase is you're going to have to interact with her to have an experience for her to be compelled to chase you. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you would need. Right? Because, see, this is the thing. If I was chilling with you, right? Let's say me and you was best friends and all that, right? And let's say I knew a girl that was a cute chick, right? Now, I could get her to chase you by telling her about you. I'll be like, yo, I got this friend. Like, for example, let's say I'm talking to some girl about my dude Miles. I'll be like, yo, man, my business partner, that motherfucker is off the hook. That nigga's so smooth. He be doing this, he be doing that. He got this shit popping. You know, he just spoke at this conference the other day. Yada, 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 yada. I'm bigging Miles up like crazy to this girl. Right? And pickup artists used to do this type of shit. So I'm bigging her up I'm bigging him up to this girl. Right? Then let's say there's a party happening or an event. Then Miles comes to that event and that girl is at that event. And I say, yo, my dude Miles is here. You know the guy I was talking about before? Oh, where is he? That girl is more likely to chase him because she knows more about him, because I've been bigging him up, because I've been creating a situation for her to recognize and realize the value. Right? So she's not just going to chase just because, and this is the fantasy guys have. Guys have the fantasy of thinking the woman is just going to chase because, oh, well, I'm just fly, nigga. That's it. I don't got to do shit. I'm just waiting for these bitches to choose, and that's that. It ain't happening like that. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't know what to tell you guys. You understand what I'm saying? That's not how it works. Because there needs to be incentive for the woman to want to chase you. You understand what I'm saying? There needs to be that incentive. Because why does she chase you versus another guy? Let's say me and everybody in the chat room, we go into a bar, a club, or whatever, right? Why should she chase me versus any of you other guys? Why? Why should she chase any of you other guys and not chase me? Why? You feel what I'm saying? There needs to be some incentive. And the incentive of, you just looking fly or you having money is not enough. Why? Because another guy is looking fly over there. K Zagin's looking fly. Afi Kingdom's looking fly. Fabian K's looking fly. Or everybody looking fly. So, what? You understand? Afi got money. I got money. K Zagin got money. Fabian K got money. Quez got money. Global Voice of the Manosphere got money. So what differentiates us to make the chick want to chase? You feel what I'm saying? And what it is, it's the experience. It's the experience. Mad Animal Physics, what about physique? Okay, cool. I got a physique. My dude King Richie's got a physique. Afi got a physique. K Zagin got a physique. What? We all got physiques. Now what? Now what? That's what I'm saying. What's going to differentiate you from the next guy to make her want to chase? You understand? This is what I'm trying to say. And so what happens is that even if you are, and this is the thing, because guys talk about, you know, if you are that high value guy, women are gonna chase, right? They're gonna want to fuck with you, right? Which is true if they get that experience, right? But now, let me take it to the next level. This is the next level dudes I want to talk about. Because in order for you to be that guy who's that high value dude, in order for you to be that guy that women actually want to chase, right? It's a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week job to maintain that type of position. I'm going to say that again. It's a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week job to maintain that position. What do I mean? In order for you to be that high value, interesting, awesome dude, you have to maintain that and work at that every day. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, let's make it simple. Let's say we just talking about your body. Let's talk about your fitness. You understand what I'm saying? Let's talk about shout out to my dude Ron Wills. He talk about the body game, right? So let's talk about with your body. You got to stay in the gym. So let's say you pulling chicks off the fact that your body's on point. How do you keep your body on point? You got to stay in the gym. You can't just be like, well, my body looks good now and I ain't got to do shit else. No, you got to stay in the gym. You got to eat right. You have to maintain. Right? If you got that mouthpiece, right? You got to maintain. You got to be able to be sharp, be able to keep that shit going. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if your style is on point, right? Shout out to my dude Everett Overton. Shout out to my dude Kevin Samuels, right? When you watch these dudes' videos, their style be on point all the time. That takes work. That takes effort. That takes time to put it. You got to put in time with that. You feel what I'm saying? You got to put in time with that. So it's not just this thing of you saying, well, I'm a high value guy, or you saying, well, I'm, this and that. It ain't about just saying it. You got to be it. And you got to be it all the fucking time. And you got to maintain that shit so you can continue to be it. So if you're talking about you want women to chase you, you have to continuously work in order to keep that shit up, in order to get the girls to keep chasing you. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. Like, this ain't no shit where you just set it and forget it. You understand what I'm saying? This ain't no shit where you just set it and forget it. But see, the problem with the internet, though, is that dudes think that they can get, a certain type of lifestyle for cheap. It ain't working that way. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning, when I say getting a certain type of lifestyle for cheap, guys want to basically get women to chase them, get women to, get the hottest women to cooperate with them, all this other shit on a consistent basis without having to do anything. You understand? James Oakley talking about women chase him all the time, but he rejects them. Really? This is what I'm talking about. That's the internet for you. The internet got dudes believing fantasies. You understand? They got dudes believing fantasies. This is what I'm saying. But let me put the calling number up there. Calling number is 646-481-3901. You, what's going on? You.
Hello?
What's going on?
Yo, what's going on, Locario?
I'm chilling. What's good with you?
I just got a warning for these guys, man, that want to be fetishized by these chicks.
Mm-hmm.
Because, bro, literally, It's not gonna happen.
Mm.
Trust me, I'm good looking in my opinion, and it's not gonna happen. I got a story for you though.
Yeah.
Listen, like I got a girl, I'm smashing chicks here and there.
Mm.
But tell me how, bro. I was like, you know what? Let me experiment. Like, fuck it.
Mm.
So I bought one of those little sex doll joints, bro. Yo, if your game ain't on point, don't get a sex doll.
Mm.
I'm letting them know right now. I caught feelings.
Wait, hold on. Stop. Shut up. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Nigga, did you just say that you got a sex doll and you caught feelings?
I caught feelings, man. I don't know. My girl, she might kick her out the door. I don't know. But
yo,
yeah, that shit, bro.
You lying, bro. Stop trolling. Stop trolling, bro. Stop.
I'm dead ass. Nah, I didn't catch feelings.
This nigga funny.
I'm just fucking with you. but yo, I'm not kidding though. That shit really do feel real. I'm not even joking.
That's crazy. So wait, so you really bought it, but you really bought a sex doll and you smashed and it feel real.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm dead ass, bro. I'm telling you. Tell the Sims don't do it because I know it's a rap for them. They're gonna catch feelings.
So wait, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being feels extremely real and 1 being fake. What's the verdict?
9, bro.
This nigga, he said. Oh my god, that's funny.
But y'all, I'll let other people call.
That's hilarious. I'm gonna holler at you. All right, later. This nigga said he got a sex all that shit. But shit, I'm telling you, dudes will do that and start catching feelings. I'm not surprised. Hold on, let me see. You.
Yo, Mr. Locario, what's good, man?
What's poppin'? Who this?
This is Jay from Florida.
What's going on?
Not much. Just to add on your topic for the show. I mean, that should put me over because I'm at a shorty last month, and then I was trying to make her chase me. Then I got her number, and then I was like, yo, call me tomorrow. She didn't call me because I just met the bitch. She don't have to fucking chase me. Like, there's no value. Not because I am good looking or she likes the way that I look. That doesn't mean she got to chase me. As you said, I got to give her that experience. Go out with her, make sure I have a good time, and then she can probably chase me. But I kind of fucked up because she said I was good looking, and she asked for my number. We started talking, and then I was like, yo, hit me up tomorrow. That same day that I met her, she hit me up because I was trying to make her chase me. But then again, that's not how you make the chick chase you. You got to build the value, build the experience. So that's all that I wanted to say. Just to add on the show, know what I mean? So, now because a girl finds you good looking doesn't mean she's going to chase you right away. Know what I mean?
Nah, that's real talk, bro. That's real talk, man.
Nah, bro.
All right, man. Appreciate the call, my brother. All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what it is. And, it's not even you got to go out on a date. You could just hook up with a chick. And the fact that you hooked up with her and she felt that energy, she was feeling you that much, that will compel her to chase you. But that needs to be her desire to want to chase you. You feel me? Yo, what's going on? What's poppin'?
Hello, it's Jakey from London.
What's going on, bro?
Yeah, man, it's good. It's going on good. I was the one that actually sent you the video on 33 Secrets.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, my game is definitely getting better. I just got a couple.
You still there? You still there? I think it cut off. You have to call back. All right, let me see. Hold on. Let me make sure this. I don't know why they're saying the video output is low, but you guys can still see me, right? You guys can still see me. Everything good? All right. Yo, what's poppin'? Who this? You.
Hello, it's Jakey from London.
Okay, you hear me?
Yeah, something happened. We got cut off.
Okay, cool. So what was
Yeah,
good?
I can hear you now. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You good?
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. It's
Okay.
lagging a bit. I know.
All right, cool. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I got a couple of games to share with you. I want to hear your thoughts on it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this is from my own experiences. I didn't research this or anything. This is from my experiences.
Mm.
So the first thing I want to talk about is I feel like the first thing is ritual of lust and confusion.
Mm.
So I feel like before you meet a girl, every girl you meet, they're in a ritual of lust and confusion. So what I mean by that is specifically a girl on Tinder, she could be doing a ritual where she's been on dates, it hasn't worked out, she's back on Tinder. She's been on dates, it hasn't worked out. So you have to kind of get in at the right point of the ritual, which could raise your results. So I feel like that's to do with timing. The second thing is show her your masculine aura by saying things like, I'll take this drink instead of, can I have this? And like this is specifically when you're out in a bar, at a restaurant with her, you demonstrate your masculinity by saying things such as, I'll take this or I'll take that to the waiter. And this can develop a masculine aura and can make her more attracted to you. The third thing is body language. So when you first meet a girl, so for example, there's experiences where I met a girl from a train station, I'm walking to her to the date, and I'll keep a masculine body frame, I'll keep my back straight, I'll keep my shoulders broad. You know, I won't really feminize my appearance. I won't be all giggly and laughy and show weak body structure. So I feel like by doing that, I'm using every means possible to show my attractiveness. And the fourth thing is showing. I don't know. You may disagree with this, but one thing I do is I show lack of facial expressions whilst complimenting and just in general. So I will compliment a girl, but I won't smile or anything. I won't show any type of facial expression. It's kind of like a cold, sexy facial expression. But I'm complimenting her, but I'm not smiling. And by doing that, I feel like the woman you're complimenting will be more attracted to you. That's from my experience. Another thing is I feel like a lot of guys, when they go out on a date, they're emulating the masses. So what I mean by that is they probably following a trend and they're following a celebrity. So every time they're on a date, they're trying to emulate that celebrity or emulate their friend because they're trapped in the matrix. So because of that lowers the scale of attractiveness that the woman views you as. And I feel like a lot of people do that. And the last thing is, I think you was talking about this in the live stream, and this is one thing I've come up with, is once you've built the attraction, obviously the next job is to maintain the attraction, but building takes a while. So I feel like a lot of guys, they do well building the attraction, but then they sink into this goofy stage because they for certain girls, every girl is tailor-made, every girl is individual for a specific girl, even though she has high attraction for you, you still haven't finished building the attraction to that climax stage, so where you can move to the next stage and maintain the attraction. I feel like people, they haven't properly built the attraction yet. So what they do is they will stop continuing to make the girl who is still high interest even more attracted to reach this climax stage, and they will sink into this goofy stage where they're all goofy, they're all laughing, and what a lot of guys do is they'll tell the woman everything about them. And from my experiences, a lot of guys do this, and I've been guilty of this in the past, and this plummets the attraction. So I feel like a lot of guys, they need to build the attraction first, then maintain the attraction. And maintaining the attraction goes back to what you said, to it being a 24-hour job where you have to then demonstrate your high value, and maintaining attraction never stops. But I feel like you can maintain the attraction in autopilot mode, so it can be automatic to the point where it's innate, to where you're doing things, you're exhibiting behaviors that could make the girl super attracted to you for weeks, so where you don't really have to do much. You don't really have to text her. It's on autopilot.
See that right there. The last thing you said is the main thing, though. You feel what I'm saying? that's the main thing because all of this stuff. See, even when we talk about like pickup artists and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
What pickup artists do, or what pickup artists have done, is they've looked at people who are natural with fucking with chicks and dealing with women and tried to break it down into a lot of steps for God. Because us men, it's easier for us to think of things in steps. It's like, okay, what do I do first? What do I do next? What do I do next? So, but the thing is, you want to get to the state where whatever you're doing comes through naturally through your energy based off of your knowledge of the subject. So it's almost like you learn the game, you practice the game, and as you're practicing what you're doing, then what happens is it becomes second nature. So you're not even thinking about it because it becomes part of your aura and your energy. So that's the last thing you were saying where, maintaining that attraction and keeping that going comes from when a guy actually, practices the game and puts himself out there on a consistent basis. The problem with a lot of guys is they're always looking for the quick fix, and they play the game part-time. You understand what I'm saying? So the thing is that when you play the game part-time, it's on some, well, I haven't talked to any girls in like 2 months, and let me just try to look up some stuff on the internet to say when I go to the club this Friday. That type of shit doesn't work because the game's not in you at that point. You understand what I'm saying? You're just regurgitating shit you heard, or you're trying to do some shit another guy did, but you're not really there. Who you are and your essence isn't really there, and that's what makes a chick gravitate to you. So it's not necessarily where, there are going to be stuff where, let's say when you're beginning to learn things, you may think about it a lot of different times, but you want it to become second nature. So, for example, if you're learning a new language, you might think about the words of a sentence before you say it to make sure you're saying it right. But once you become, very accustomed to that language and know how to speak it fluently, you don't even think about what you say and it just comes out. It just comes out. You just start talking. You don't have to really think. And so the game is the same way where once you start to get accustomed to what it is to do what you're doing, it becomes second nature. So as soon as you see a girl you want to talk to, you don't be thinking about, oh, what do I say to her? You automatically say some shit because it's already in you, so the shit just start flowing like it's nothing. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's the thing where it comes out that it's on some spiritual shit, really. You know what I'm saying? Where you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. I sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
But that's what I'm saying. Like the more I've learned about game, the more spiritual I've become. Like I feel like a lot of it is to do with how spiritual you are. I think the more spiritual you are, the more intellectual you are, the better your game. I feel like a lot of guys, the reason why their game is shit and at that pickup artist level, which is like, you know what I mean? It's like the beginning stage, and it's not really that gravitational. Is because they're very carnal minded. You know what I mean? So because they're very carnal minded, they're not going to elevate their game.
Right.
I think a lot of it is to do with energy and aura and spirituality, and that really goes back to the basic principles of masculinity and the polarizing nature.
Right. Right. Nah, that's real talk, man. But man, I appreciate the call, brother. Let me get a few more of these, and I'm going to holler at you, man. All right, man. Be safe. Peace. All right. So the calling number 646-481-3901. You guys can call back up. That's a lady I was calling before. All right, let me see who this is. You.
Locario, what's good?
What's going on? Who this?
This JC from upstate New York, brother.
What's going on, bro?
Shit, man, I'm having an issue with approaching women. It's like I feel like when I'm working and shit, it's easier because they're coming to me and shit. But like when I'm like out in the open or at the gym, like especially at the gym, it'd be like 10 dimes in there, and it's like I want to approach them all. So like, should I approach them all or should I like fucking? I don't know.
So you talking about at the gym?
Yeah, at the gym.
Well, yeah. See, the thing is, you know, for all you guys trying to holler at girls at the gym, what you want to do is, and this goes for not necessarily even at the gym, but it could be at school, any place where you're going to consistently be there and see the same people, right? What you want to do is you want to create an atmosphere where you like they know you. You understand? Like you're cool with them first. Then once you're cool with them, that's when you go and holler. You understand what I'm saying? So, and this could take you can do this within like a few days. You understand? Like, so what I'm saying is, at like let's say for example, you're at the gym and you just talk to someone. You know, you see the chick, you say, "Hey, how's your day going?" Whatever. You just friendly on some shit. Or you see a girl doing a workout and you say, "Hey, what I know this other workout that's good for your back," because you see her doing back joints, and you show her what it is, and then you introduce yourself, whatever. So once they know you, and then talk to everybody, talk to guys too. So it's just you're a dude who's social. Once they see you're social, then what happens is that it's easier to be able to get at them. Because also this is what also happens too. When you talk to, because I used to work in a gym, and there was a dude who used to come in there, and I learned this from him because I was like, this dude is a master at doing this shit. So he basically knew everybody in there. So anytime a new person came in, he'd say, "Hey, I haven't seen you before. Are you new here?" And they'd be like, "Yeah." And then he starts talking to them, blah, blah, blah. Right. So then what happens is that he'd get information out of different women. He'd be like, "Oh, what'd you do this weekend?" And she'll be like, "Oh, me and my boyfriend did this." So he's like, "Okay, she got a boyfriend." And then, you see what I'm saying? Like, you see what I mean? You get information. So now what happens is that once you sort of know these people, you say, "Okay, I already know this. She got a boyfriend. These other girls, I'm not even sure if they've got a boyfriend, but we cool, and I see them every day. I say, 'What's up?'" So now so I saw him one day. He was leaving the gym, and he said what up to this girl that he said what up to the other day. And he was like, it was a new chick. He said, "Hey, how do you like the gym so far? You understand? Since you said, right?" She was like, "Oh yeah, I like it. My old gym, blah, blah, blah." And so as they were leaving, he's like, "So what are you up to right now?" She was like, "Oh, nothing. I was just gonna head home." He's like, "Hey, do you want to stop by and get a drink real quick?" You see what I mean? So he was able to, you see what I mean? So if it goes smoothly, because the thing is, if you just walk up in the gym and you just start hollering at every chick you see, then it's like it doesn't run smooth in the context of what you're doing in that situation. You see what I'm saying? So you want, because this is the key with game. The shit that you're doing, even though you have a strategy, it's supposed to seem natural. You understand what I'm saying? In a lot of situations. So it seemed natural for him to just be having a conversation, walk up to her, "Hey, how you been? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, what you doing right now? Oh, nothing, cool. I'm about to go get a drink. You want to get a drink real quick?" Super, super natural. You see what I'm saying? It's not this thing where, because a lot of times, let's say if you're in a gym and you roll up on a chick and you're trying to holler at her, she's like, "Damn, everybody's in here is watching what's happening now." So even if she wanted to give you the number, even if she wanted to get at you, most likely she'll decline, or she'll be a little standoffish because she feels embarrassed to be talking to you about that type of shit in front of everybody. But if you just go up to the woman and talking about the workout, that makes sense in the context of where you are. You see what I'm saying? So she's more receptive to having that conversation with you. Now that you're having a conversation with her, "Oh, hey, what's your name?" "My name's Locario." "Oh, Stephanie, nice to meet you. I see Stephanie tomorrow." "Hey, Stephanie, what's going on?" Right? The third day I see Stephanie. "Stephanie, hey, what you doing later on, after your workout? I know this spot over here we should go, So now it flows easier. So whenever you're in a situation, gym, fucking school, and I know dudes at work be trying to get at chicks at work, but any situation where it's a context where you're going to keep seeing the same type of people, you don't have to go in all the time, and the thing is, you can. But what I'm saying is that it's usually more effective if you do it in a way where everything is just going smoothly in that direction. Because a lot of times what will happen is that, let's say you just randomly approach some girl, and another girl that you wanted to holler at sees you trying to holler at that chick, and then that chick turns you down, and then you try to go and holler at that girl. based off of that girl turning you down, she's gonna be like, well, why the fuck do I want this nigga if this other chick turned him down? Maybe he's full of shit, or maybe he's whack, or you see what I'm saying? And so you become a guy who she's like, you know, whatever.
It could be like she just didn't find you attractive, and you just like, you know, game at a different chick, and you're gonna see if she wants to, you know, cooperate and comply with you as well too.
See, you thinking logically. Women don't think that way. You understand? Like, for example, if you go into let's say you go into a bar and you talk to like some really goofy ass, disgusting looking chick, right? And let's say that girl returns you down, or even if that girl gives you the number. If 5 minutes later you talk to a hot girl and she saw you talk to that goofy chick, she ain't trying to fuck with you. That's how women think. They're thinking.
That's different though. I'm talking about if it's a badass chick, like two bad chicks. You talk to one bad chick, okay, she denied you, and you talk to another bad.
It don't matter. Well, she's gonna be thinking, why you chose me second? You understand what I'm saying? That's how women think. This is why I'm telling you why game is so important, because it's understanding social dynamics. You feel what I'm saying? It's understanding that just like how when you talk to a group of girls, right? Like for example, and I'm giving y'all too much, but I'll give y'all a little bit. So this is why you got to go to Bad Boy membership. On my Bad Boy membership program, I have a whole program on talking to groups of women, right? So for example, when you talk, this is what I used to do if I saw two girls together and usually if they was both hot, let's say you have girl A, girl B, and they both hot. It don't matter which one I get. I want to get one of them. You understand what I'm saying? So what I would do when I would talk to them, I would just, you know, go up, let's say I'm in a bar. I say, hey, how y'all ladies doing? How's your night going? Blah, blah, blah. My name's Locario. What's your name? Oh, you know, Tiffany, Stacy, nice to meet y'all. So listen, I was like, and I'll say, I bet both of y'all got boyfriends, don't y'all? Right? And then so one of the girls would be like, let's say Stephanie's like, oh, no, well, she has a boyfriend, but I'm single, right? And then so I would say, oh my God, I'm so fucking happy that you're single. Be like, listen, Tiffany, you're super attractive, and I could tell why you got a boyfriend because dudes are knocking down your door. But Stephanie, I know you got dudes knocking down your door, but I'm so glad you're single because I had my eye on you since I walked in. You feel what I'm saying? So now I'm complimenting the girl Tiffany, but I'm going at Stephanie because she's the single one. But I had to figure out who's the single one so that I can approach the single one. You see what I'm saying? Because if I would have just hollered at Tiffany, who has a boyfriend, I wouldn't be able to get with her because she has a boyfriend. And then I can't go and holler at her friend right there because I just hollered at, you see what I'm saying? So you have to, you got to figure out what's happening in the situation. You have to basically assess the shit right. You have to think about their own ego, you understand? So that her friend won't cock block me when I'm trying to get at her. You feel what I'm saying? And so you make the shit run smooth. So that's what I'm saying, where you have to understand how women think in order to move more efficiently to get shit popping the way you want it to go. You see what I'm saying? That's what it is.
Like, what if, you know, well, I said, okay, so say I'm going into the gym, right? And I see this thick ass chick leaving the gym.
Right.
What's your approach then?
You say if you see a girl leaving the gym, like she's walking out the door?
Yeah. You just getting out the car and shit.
Yeah, then just stop her and start talking to her. If she's walking out the door, she's outside, then you just holler at her. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But what I'm saying,
go directly in that.
Yeah, just go direct and holler at her. Right? Yeah, because she's outside the gym now. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, if you was in the gym and the girl's working out, and you just approach her and be like, "Yo, Ma, you looking good? Let me get your number." And there's another girl, you know, a few feet down, and she's looking at what's going on, and then this girl either give you the number or don't, and you go up to her right after, she gonna be like, you know, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, chicks have egos, bro. You gotta understand that. Women want to feel special. Even though you're hollering at a lot of good women, all this other stuff, they want to feel special. You understand? It doesn't mean that you're doing special things on some simple shit, but it's the feel within any interaction. This is why when I approach both the two girls, I let the girl know, the other girl who I'm not even trying to get at, yo, you're fucking hot. I gotta make sure I tell her she's hot so she knows or feels that she is. Because if you go up to two girls and you only talk to one, the other girl automatically feels bad that you didn't talk to her, even if she don't like you. Exactly. She don't even gotta like you, but she just mad that you ain't approach her and that you approached a friend. You see what I'm saying? So whenever you approach a group of women, you got to make sure that all the women fucking are feeling special and all that other shit. Because if you don't, they're gonna cockblock you, and it's just a waste. You feel what I'm saying? That's what it is. You see what I mean?
But I mean, you could probably end up fucking, both of them. That's why
you could,
it's kind of hard. That's what I'm saying. If you just put yourself out there and
right,
and confident in yourself like that, you can end up fucking both of them. But
right. Because see, the thing is,
but like I said, go ahead.
Now go. What you gonna say?
Like I told you, like I work at a gym, so and I work by myself. I told you, like, so it'd be tempting as fuck, like, cause they coming in to me, and you know what I'm saying. I'm saying, hey, what's up? Have a good workout and this and that. Especially if it's a new chick I haven't seen before.
Right.
I call them newcomers to me because I'm like, damn, this chick bad as fuck. I never seen them before, and like I'm getting them. Most of them, they coming in when I'm working and shit. So it's like it's crazy just building it off of that.
Right. Damn, so you work at the gym and you trying to holler at the customers. That what you saying?
Well, kind of in a way, because it's like, they coming in and it's like I want to fuck with like chicks that, take care of their body and shit. So that's definitely attractive, and I can tell some of them would be talking and shit for a little bit. I can tell they be, you know what I'm saying, they be feeling me and shit too at the same time, and I'm keeping it professional and having fun with them too.
Right.
So I'm like, oh yeah, I know JC's working around this time, so I'm gonna come in and work out because he creates that cool atmosphere when I come in and work out and shit.
Right. Well, in those situations,
how was your workout and shit?
In those situations, though, you need to be very careful about that too, because you work there. You feel what I'm saying? That's kind of too close. Because I first thought you just go into the gym and you are a customer at the gym.
No, I go to. I'm talking about. I go to a different gym.
Okay.
Like I work at, like I said, so like Locario, I work at Planet Fitness, right?
Right.
But I work out at LA Fitness because I remember you and Miles making a video and shit talking about like you got to upgrade your shit,
right?
You know what I'm saying, and go see a different scenery. And like this the LA I go to, it's like fucking bad bitches left and right. Like every time I go in Locario, there's always a bad bitch.
Right.
Like, there's at least one bad chick, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter what time you go in, there's at least one bad chick that I can get at. At Planet Fitness, there's bad chicks too, but like I work there and shit, and like I don't feel comfortable doing that, working out there. I feel comfortable working out there because it's over. Nobody really knows me like that. I mean, a couple guys know me here and there, but like I feel like I'm more at home and shit, so I can really get at more chicks over there.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. But I go into work after I get done working out, and I'll be seeing like bad chicks coming in and out the gym and shit too.
Well, yeah, I would say stick to the chicks at the gym you work out at, and the gym you work at. That's a whole nother thing. You feel what I'm saying? Because if you're a worker trying to holler at a customer, that's a whole nother fucking, like, I don't even want to get into that right now because that's some shit I have motherfuckers need to pay for. You know what I'm saying? Because that's some other shit. You got to do because the thing is, you don't want to ever do some shit where the customer feels a certain type of way, and that shit can get you fired immediately. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know you're right. Because I had a couple chicks, they don't even, like the one chick, I told you she was acting funny and shit. She don't even want to come through no more.
Exactly, see? That's what I'm saying. So you got to be careful with that shit.
I went on a date with one of the chicks that I was there too, though. I ain't gonna hold you, Locario.
Right. Right.
One of the chicks that come work out there, I went on a date with her and shit. And you know what I mean? I had to make her pay for my date because she flaked on me the first time. And I'm like, since you flaked on me, we supposed to hang out, get high and shit.
Right.
You gotta take me out to eat and shit. And she was down for that.
Right. Nah, that's cool, but definitely you gotta make sure you careful as fuck with situations like that when you're working on a spot and you're trying to holler at the customers. Just be careful with that shit, man. But yo, I gotta get a few more of these calls. I'm gonna holler at you, man. All right.
I appreciate you again, brother. Man. Much love.
Peace. All right. Let's see who this is. You, what's going on?
Yo, Mr. Locario, how you doing, man? It's Michael from London.
What's poppin', bro?
All good, man. Good topic, but you left some stuff out, Mr. Locario.
What's good? What's the deal?
As in terms of the fantasy, like some men got to realize that being chased by women is very exhausting. It's also like you don't know what they're chasing you for. So some of them might be chasing you for attention.
Right.
Some chasing you to like be a boyfriend when you just want to fuck. It's really exhausting. So, for example, I did work on myself like a lot, and on top of the good looks, like I was getting a lot of reception, but it didn't really fulfill me, if that made sense.
Right.
I only get the good sense when I approach women myself and I'm in control, but not when the women pick me. Yeah. So like how could I put it?
So you're saying you're saying when a chick be so you're saying when a woman is like the one who's sort of choosing and initiating, she's more like has more of the power in the sense. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, technically, yes. As in, when they chase you, like it's them kind of setting the dynamic. Obviously, you can switch that, but like I'm saying, the guy's got to realize being chased isn't what it seems to be. Like if a girl's picking you, doesn't mean she wants to fuck straight away. And when a girl does chase you, she's also thinking, "Are other women chasing you?" So then she might turn back on it. Right. If that makes. So it's just like the whole fantasy is just wrong, and I don't know where men get it from.
Right. Well, a lot of dudes get it from one, ego, laziness, and fear. You feel what I'm saying? And so the ego part is like, well, I want to feel good that I get chicks chasing me, so it makes them feel good. Laziness is, well, if the girls are chasing me, I don't got to approach nobody. I don't got to do this and that. And fear is, well, I don't have to get rejected because if she's chasing me, then there's no rejection. You see what I'm saying? So that's where dudes, they get it when they think about it.
It's funny because women could chase you and still reject you, if that makes sense.
Right, exactly. And that's what dudes don't get.
So pretty much every day, like, I do have someone approach me on Tinder or whatever. And when I ask, like, when are they free or if they want to fuck, like, they just blow me out straight away. So it's still not like fulfilling to be chased. That's the back end, and even the ones that I do sleep with, they don't want to get involved with me because they assume that I'm being chased by so many other women, which is partly true. But like the ones that I do like, they a lot of the time they don't come back because they don't want the competition. So like the saying, the guys, it's not good being chased. It's not that great being good looking because there's a lot of gray area being chased as well.
Well, that's the part of the game that dudes don't understand because they think that everything is peaches and cream because a chick thinks you look good and that's the end all be all. But there's also the backlash of that, like you said, where chicks will think, damn, well, he must have a lot of women, so I don't really want to fuck with him like that, or this must be going on, so I'm a fall back, or I'm intimidated and all this other shit. That's going to cause you to not be able to, make shit happen with the girl. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I said my piece. I'll let you have a good show, man. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Appreciate the call, bro. All right. Man, I might have to go to London. I got a lot of folks from London hitting me up, man. You know what I'm saying? So the caller number 646-481-3901. You guys can call up. Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, what's up?
Pop, what is?
Not much. How you doing, Mr. Locario?
I'm chilling. What's going on?
I'm doing good. So, like the last guy, he was talking about how women, like it would be fun to be chased by women, but it's really not. For me, I was socially unaware, and now that I've become more socially aware, I can sense when like a girl's being manipulative. I can sense when she's like just like trying to get something from me. I can sense when she's insecure. I can sense when she's like really into me. And it's like because I become aware of that, it's like I feel insecure about myself now because I realized all the mistakes that I was doing before. So it's like I'm trying to figure out how can I overcome that situation.
So you say how can you overcome what? What situation?
Like, just because I become socially aware, like, I'm aware of what's happening, and I feel, like, insecure about my past mistakes.
Well, you don't got to feel insecure about the past shit. The fact that you know what's going on now, then that's a good thing because now you say, okay, because I'm aware of how certain things will go down and how certain women will operate, I'm able to better position myself to make things happen the way I want it to happen. You feel what I'm saying? So now when you see a girl playing games or you see a girl being manipulative, you could just nip that in the bud. And then you can further see when a girl is more genuine, when a girl is actually trying to make shit happen, then you can spend more time on that chick. You feel what I'm saying? So the fact that you have the awareness is good. You don't need to worry about what happened in the past. What happened in the past is the past. Like you needed for that to happen in the past for you to get to this point. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, because like before, like I lost like some friends like because of the stuff that I was doing because it's like, oh, why is this good looking guy like trying so hard like with these chicks? Like why is he doing this stuff? And it's like, you know, he's supposed to be chilled and laid back. And like that's true, I'm supposed to be chilled and laid back. But I was like cold approach, trying to just go after it. And all of a sudden, you know, something just clicked. You know, after I got on the Bad Boy membership and was just like, oh dang, like I don't even have to do this, you know. So it's just like, you know, I could have just done it like in a cool, sly, casual way, which is what I'm doing now. It's just that now it's like, dang, like I done fucked up. I had all these people judging me now, and it's like I shouldn't give a fuck, but it's like I give a fuck now because of how much awareness I have.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't worry about all the shit in the past. The shit in the past is look at it as a good thing to get to because you got here now. So it's like, okay, now that you know what you know, then use that knowledge to make shit better for you, and then you'll be good. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay, I see that.
All right, man. Appreciate the call, my brother. I'm going to holler at you, man. Peace. All right. So the caller number 646-481-3901. You guys can call up. But yeah, man. Let me see who this is. Yo, what's going on?
What's up, Locario? It's your boy, Balancing Outlook.
What's going on, bro?
Good. I got a few questions. I heard like the last live stream, you was like debating what this guy named Locario or something like that.
Who?
He brought up a quick question that I had a question of, like about code approaches. Like, could you like with your code approaches, could you like try to touch this girl, you know, to see if she's comfortable or something like that? You know, like to see if she's, you know, kind of into you in a way.
Hold on, wait a second. Are you on speakerphone or something? Because your voice sound mad muffled. I'm having a hard time hearing you. Say that again. Yeah, whatever you got that shit on. Yeah, I can hear you way better now. Speak like that.
Okay, got you. All right, so I was basically. Did you hear everything I said?
Nah, say it all over again because I was like, this shit sound like you.
Okay, I got you.
All right,
so I heard your last live stream last time. And you was like kind of debating with this guy named Locker Room, right? And he kind of brought up a point. Like he brought up like a question that I kind of had to ask, but you didn't really get into it a little bit because he kind of went on to something else. When you're code approaching a female, right? Should you like touch the female in a way or something like that? Like, you know, like, you know, to see if she's like really into you in a way at that point?
Well, this is the thing. You always start out with your words and then you go into touching. That's the key. So let's say I approach a girl and I start talking to her. You know what I mean? Like I could shake her hand or something like that. That's not a big deal. But let's say I'm having a conversation with her. We flirting. She's you know, I can see that she's interested. She's into me. You feel what I'm saying? Then I can start touching her because she's showing interest in me. You feel what I'm saying? She's showing that she's attracted. She's showing that she wants to make it happen. You feel what I'm saying? So you got exactly, K. Zagan said words, then read the body language and then go from there. So the body language will tell you if you should touch or not. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of times dudes aren't very socially, they don't have the social cues or they don't understand social cues or they don't have that awareness to realize if this girl is feeling them or not. You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta know if the girl's feeling you.
You gotta learn how to build your body language skills up as well too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's why I tell you guys, go to Bad Boy membership. I got a whole program called Reading Women. You understand? That's very important to know how to read the women. Read if they're actually interested in you. Because, see, this is the thing. When you get really good at game and you start dating more women, you start interacting with more women, like you could go meet up with a girl, like go on a date with her from Tinder, or you could meet a girl in the park. You could meet a girl at a bar, and you'll be able to tell that this girl wants to have sex with you, and you'll be able to have sex with her that night. You feel what I'm saying? It's just it's just a feeling.
Know, like the smiling, when she's smiling, she's touching her hair, giving you those eyes and stuff like that. Those are like the simple things. Like,
right, exactly. Like and you can feel it. There's a certain energy where you're like, this chick is. I think you said one video that you said you step back once, like, and then she comes forward, then she's like, kind of into you in a way like that too. Right, exactly. So it's just being able to read that, but always start out with your words. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Always start out with your words.
That's the thing. And then, like, all right, like, what happened if you lose track of like what you're like, the conversation, like you kind of get blank-minded or something like that, like, and you really don't know what else to say, like, how do you like kind of like come up with something? I don't know, like socially in a way. Like sometimes I do. That happens to me sometimes. Like I be like talking to them. But, I guess, like, sometimes I be, like, blank-minded sometimes.
So you're saying that you run out of shit to say because you don't know what to say?
Yeah, run out of shit to say, yeah, basically.
Well, see, this is the thing. Usually you run out of stuff to say because you're not focused on what you're trying to do. You understand what I'm saying? So
basically I'm scattering.
Right, exactly. So you got to just get to the point, get to what you're saying. So, like, let's say if I approach a girl and I'm like, I want to go get her number. That's like a minute conversation. I don't really need to go any like, hey, what's up? How you doing? What's your name? Well, Cynthia, you look kind of, you kind of cute. What's going on? What you doing today? Oh, word, cool. Well, listen, I'm about to head over here, but I want to get your number and I want to hit you up. You see what I'm saying? So I don't really got to say much with that. You know what I mean? Like that's it.
Yeah, you want to do the small talk, then get to this get to the
point,
the
right?
main objective that you want to do. And then basically go on, with your day and stuff like that. Get the number, and you have to be quick with it.
Right, because a lot of times when you run out of shit to say, it's because you may be talking too much, and you don't really have a focus on what you're trying to do. So if you're focused, because sometimes what'll happen is you might, let's say if you're at a bar or something, right, and you're talking to you see a chick, and sometimes your objective might be to see, how available this girl is for the rest of the night. You might want to see how sane she is, and you might want to see, like, let's say if she has roommates, whatever. So all that's in your mind. So you talking to her and be like, yo, so, you live near here? Oh, word, where? You got roommates? Blah, blah, blah. So all your conversation is based off of you figuring out, hey, I'm trying to take this chick back to her spot and smash it and do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. Yeah,
so that's what it is.
Definitely. I definitely feel you on that.
You feel me?
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, man. All right, bro. Appreciate the call, my brother.
Keep doing your thing, and I'm definitely keep watching. You're spitting that game. I'm definitely going to take some more of your advice as well, and it's definitely working.
That's what's up, man. Yeah. Appreciate the call, bro.
All right, man.
All right,
no doubt.
Later.
Peace.
All right. Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, man? It's Kevin from Dayton, man. How you doing, Locario?
What's good, bro? How you been?
Man, in there hanging in there, just chilling. Man, I'm hearing these guys keep calling in, man. A lot of these guys is going by what they read, not by what they experienced.
Right.
They're trying to glean from the things that they hear from you and other guys say, and they're trying to use it, but they don't have the experience to understand the things that they're doing when they're out in the field.
Right.
When you're talking to women, and guys talking about how does a woman respond that you know that she's into you, the only way you could get good at that is to do that.
Exactly. Right.
A lot of guys don't want to do it. And like you said, man, when you get good, you can spot a woman and tell if she's into you before you even approach her. Because I've seen women, I can look at their body language, just the way they walk, whether it's their head up or down, or they're giving me a glance. You can just tell by her body language if she's going to be approachable or not before you even talk to her, man.
Those facts.
When guys get good, when you put your practice in and when you put your work in, the game is easy. I can tell some of the guys that call in, they haven't put the work in, but they want the results.
Right.
You can't get the results without the work.
Right.
And it's going to be hard. It's going to be some times that, oh man, I don't get the game as it's being presented to me. That you have to keep trying. Because there's going to be some women that just aren't attracted to you. Understand that.
Right.
But as you talk to a couple or more, the same woman that said no, the next one will say yes. You have to understand that. That's the only way you're going to succeed. And you can't let what a woman thinks or says about you dictate how you're going to feel about yourself.
Facts.
The most important person is you. Once the guys realize that, then the game is there. That's part of the game. Again, going back to the analogy of the Matrix. When Neo got good in the Matrix and he was able to fight the agents and not have to use both hands, he could fight with his hands behind his back. And the agents looked like this was different.
Right, exactly.
When you get good at games, women are gonna look at you and be like, this one's different. And they're gonna realize and say, oh my goodness, this guy knows what he's talking about. Just by your mannerisms and how you talk to a chick.
Real talk.
And here's a good point too. The same chick that said no to you last week can be the same chick that'll say yes to you this week.
Right.
It's all about how you talk to her. It's all about your vibe. If your vibe is not there, you might not get that girl.
Right, exactly.
The next time she sees you, you might be in a different mind space. Because some guys will see a woman and say, oh man, I can't get her. You're not supposed to look at a woman and say you can't get her. You got to look at a woman and say, is she good enough for me?
Exactly.
And then you approach.
Facts. Preach.
Hey, man, I get so excited about the game, I don't know what to do. Hey, y'all be hyping me up. Hey, the K-Dagging dude, I'm listening to him. Hey, man, I don't know what to do, man. Hey, I get on my channel, I be about to lose it.
Right. That's what's up.
So, man, I appreciate the information y'all put up there, man. Miles, that's my cat. I like K-Dagging. Hey, man, the whole thing with these guys out here, all you guys listening, put the work in.
That's what's up.
The only way you're going to be good.
That's what's up.
Put the work in.
Exactly. Now that's real talk, man. That's real talk, man. It's always a pleasure when you call in, my brother. All right?
I appreciate it.
I'm holla. Peace.
All right.
That's my dude right there. He always spin that game. Real talk. Always spin that game. That's what I'm talking about. So, yeah, so the caller number 646-481-3901. You feel me? Man. So what's popping off? Who else is this? Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
What's going on, Carl? This is Woods out of Detroit.
What's going on, bro?
Man, real quick, curious question. Because I met this girl out a couple weeks ago, and I've been seeing her suck my tongue down her throat. But she done pays me to eat, pays me to get in a place, and even let me drive her car.
Right.
But she's like, she threw out this shit that, she's trying to be celibate. Like, she was scared to come in. I done stuck my tongue down her throat, but she was scared to come in, talking about, she's trying to try something different by being celibate. I guess because she done met a different kind of cat or whatever. So I'm like throwing off from this shit, because it seems like I can get the pussy, but you understand what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It's some different shit.
Wait, so she said to you that she on some celibate shit?
Yeah, she got 2 kids.
Oh my goodness, nigga.
Well, I done met
talk.
guys
Listen.
that done fucked over me.
Listen.
Since September I've been celibate, and I'm like.
Listen,
like,
and so wait, hold on. You said that she be taking you out and paying for shit and all that?
We were heading somewhere. So she came over here at a call's notice. I was gonna drive, but she ain't went around in my car. She was like, well, you can drive my car, which I did. She paid for us to get into the spot. When we came back, I had somewhere to be in the morning, so I was just seeing how interactive she was. I was able to stick my tongue down her through all that, but I didn't really push the issue with it.
Right.
And so when I talked on the phone with her later, like, I done seen her once out and about, and she was very seems like sexual or touchy feely, all that. But when we was talking on the phone, she was like, I said, well, you can come over such and such day. She was like, well, I've been celibate since September, and if I come in, I can't trust myself coming in because, I guess you're going to give up the pussy. So I'm like kind of thrown off with that shit. Like, how should I be playing this shit? Because it seems like I should charge it, but I'm kind of hesitant about charging it.
Well, the thing is this, with her in this situation, see how consistent she is with actually giving you shit and doing shit for you. You feel what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So if she does it again where she takes you out, pays for everything, then be like, fuck it. Okay, we gonna just do this then for right now. Because at least she's, treating you in that way. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you could do that with her and just smash other chicks. But as soon as she stopped doing that, and then on top of that she ain't fucking you, then it don't make no sense. You feel what I'm saying?
I'm trying to think you do. I had that situation before.
You know? You say you had that type of situation before too?
No, I think you had that situation before.
No, I'm just saying that's what you should do with this situation. Because I'm saying if she's willing to do all this stuff, but she wants someone on celibate, she'd be like, all right, cool. Well, we could hang out if you want to treat and pay and do all this other stuff, right? And then I'm gonna be fucking other girls. And when you're ready to stop being celibate, we'll smash. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
I was wondering.
That's all you gotta do. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't want to charge her.
Yeah, because at least she bringing something to the table. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, I'll take this. I'll do that. That's cool. But if you ain't trying to fuck now, best believe you're gonna be fucking other girls, and then just whenever she ready to get that shit popping, then you just do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. You feel me?
You know what? I'll be honest with you real quick. I think it's a shit game. I think.
What do you mean?
I think it's one of those. I ain't trying to give up the pussy to seem like a hoe.
Well, again, like if she's doing other shit for you though,
women lie. Period. In
right.
My opinion.
Right. But the thing is, again,
what I think this shit is.
It could be.
I won't know until I know. Like,
no. This is what I'm saying. It could be
driving with paying all that.
No, but this is what I'm saying. It could be, but the fact that she's giving you other things though, because some girls will do that but don't give you shit. You understand what I'm saying? So you see what I mean? So what I'm saying is the fact that she's doing all this other shit for you, you could be like, all right, cool. Fuck it. You could go even deeper. Be like, hey, listen, I got this phone bill, this rent's coming up. If you want to do that too, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, that's all good. You know what I mean? Like, because you know what I mean? And so if she gonna do that, she could do that. You feel what I mean? But the fact is, if she ain't giving you shit, then there ain't no real reason to be fucking with her. You feel what I'm saying?
I feel you.
You feel me?
Hey, real quick, K Zaga is the truth, man.
Exactly. Shout out to my dude K Zagan. K Zagan be on that shit. Real talk. You feel what I'm saying?
K Zaga is the deal. K Zaga that deal.
Exactly. Nah, real talk.
Yeah.
Real talk. K Zagan be spitting facts. Make sure y'all subscribe to K Zagan 20 channel. Real talk. You feel what I'm saying? Real talk. Yeah, man. But I appreciate the call, my brother.
All right.
Let me get a few more of these in. All right. So we're just talking about in the chat room. Oh, shit, we got locker room in the building. What's popping? You.
Hello?
What's going on? What's popping? Who this?
Yes, Nez from London.
Nez, what's going on, bro?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Chilling. What's good with you?
Yeah, same old. So yesterday, I went out approaching with a wing for the first time in many months, and this guy I met up with, he's from India, but he's been living in London for a few years, and he says that he's been. He's well off. He has a top job. He's dressed well and everything, and he's smart. He's intelligent, but he has trouble in getting with women when it comes to open market dating, like online and cold approach. And the reason he cited because of his ethnicity, and I think that there may be some truth to that actually, because of the fact that he's Indian. His preference to like white English girls, like blonde-haired, blue-eyed English girls, especially. So these girls are kind of a bit averse to Asian guys, especially in and around London. Indian guys have it the hardest. So I mean, I did some approaches, but it was the same old story. Women weren't really having any of it. They weren't really interested. The most I got was like a 20, 30-second conversation max. And I mean, it's just it was one of the reasons I stopped in the first place. I hadn't approached any chicks since like October, November, because it was cumbersome, a waste of time. Number one. Number two, I got rejected by a really hot chick who I thought was into me, but she ended up, I think leading me on a bit, and I still hadn't fully gotten over that. I think I'm 96, 97% over it, still not 100%.
Wait, so a chick rejected you months ago and you haven't gotten over it?
Yeah.
Come on, Nez.
Hopefully. Nah, because this chick was so hot, like I used to take my phone into the toilets at work and like wank off to her photos on Instagram. Like that was the level of hotness she was at. So like being rejected by her kind of cut deep a little bit, because I thought I was onto a winner for a while, but it didn't really transpire in the way that I wanted it.
Oh my Jesus. Nez, so and this the girl that rejected you?
Sorry?
Wait, is this the girl that rejected you?
Yeah, she's the one, yeah.
So the girl that rejected you, you went on her Instagram and jerked off to her pictures.
A couple of times, yeah.
Oh my Jesus, Nez. Why, Nez? Why?
No, well, because she had some kind of saucy photos up, so I was messaging her over a period, and she seemed like willing and keen to come out, and then all of a sudden just fucking it just like went cold. Because I kept saying let's meet up on this day, let's meet up on that day, and then she said I can't do it that day, but I can do it this day, blah blah blah, and then the next day that day came, and then she tried to reschedule, and that day came, and then this went on for a period of like 3 weeks. So yeah, man.
But see, Nez, you gotta understand, your behavior is directly correlated to the outcomes you're having, man. This is what I'm saying. Like you said a chick rejected you and you didn't get over it, and that's a rejection. That's nothing. That happens every day. You understand what I'm saying? So that's one. Two, the same girl who rejected you, you gave her even more psychic energy by jerking off to her fucking photos. You know what I'm saying? And then
what relevance does that have with anything? Like psychic energy doesn't really exist. I don't really believe in that.
You don't have to believe in it, but it's real. You don't have to believe in it, but it's real. Do you understand what I'm saying? What I'm saying is that, like, okay, so Nez, when you do you listen to the radio, or have you listened to the radio before?
I listen to LBC.
Okay.
And,
or watch TV or whatever, right? When you turn on the radio and you put it on a certain frequency, you hear that radio station. You understand? That's the invisible energy. That's how you are able to hear that. You feel what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is the fact that you were so distraught over this girl, rejecting you, and you're jerking off to her pictures, you're giving her energy, bro. This is what I'm trying to say. You're giving her energy.
I only wanked off like twice.
Twice?
To her photos, though.
But this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that your actions are correlated to the outcomes you're having. So what I mean is this. What I mean is that a guy, do you think that a guy who's fucking her has to jerk off to her pictures?
No.
Okay, so the opposite is also true. A guy who's jerking off to her pictures ain't fucking her. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see.
So your actions are correlated to the outcome. You are the reason why you're jerking off to her pictures is because you're not fucking her. If you was fucking her, you wouldn't be jerking off to her pictures. So what I'm saying is that you have to have different activities to get a different outcome. You understand what I'm saying? Because if the outcome was you fucking her, you wouldn't be jerking off. You see what I'm saying? So you got to even think about it in the backward sense, right? A guy who's fucking her is not jerking off to her pictures. The guy who's not fucking her is jerking off to her pictures. And that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is your actions are creating certain outcomes. So you saying that you. So when this girl rejected you, was this the time where you didn't approach any other women for like a few months?
Yeah. After that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, Nez. You made this girl's rejection cause you to stop approaching other women. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is...
I kind of viewed it as being pointless and fruitless for a while afterwards. I thought I'd concentrate on other things, on other pursuits, like work and business and making money and, you know, getting back into shape and whatnot. But, you know, like, well, I mean...
But this is what I'm saying is you have to stop letting these things get, like, you're letting all these outcomes get to you to the point where it's stopping you from doing your thing. Because the thing is, even if let's say this girl rejects you, right? You're like, whatever. You don't think nothing of it. You ain't jerking off to her pictures. But you're talking to other women, right? You would have probably found a girl as hot or even hotter than her. You feel what I'm saying? But because
I think so.
Say it again?
I said I don't think so. You can't really get much hotter than this girl I'm talking about. Like, if you saw her, you'd probably agree.
No. Oh my goodness. No, I would not agree. Naz, this is what I'm saying. Look. Yo, everything, I want you to just, I wish you could see it, Nez. I wish you could see this. Everything you're saying, right, is the reason why you're in the position you're in. You just said you can't get hotter than this. There's not going to be a hotter. Do you understand what you're saying to yourself? That's why it's hard. That's why it's hard for you to get another hot girl. Because you think, well, there's no other girl hotter than this. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I mean, the way she was behaving, she was acting like she was into me. I think she was at first. But, you know, I never really, like I said, got with a chick who, in my opinion, is as hot as this, or had one as hot as this interested in me.
See, right. See, that's the problem. The problem is that you were in scarcity in that situation. Because you were like, well, this girl's super hot. I'm super close to maybe getting with her. And that fucked your whole situation up. You feel what I'm saying? Because if you were consistently talking to hot women, this woman would just be another hot chick. She wouldn't have any relevance to you, but you put her on a pedestal. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is you need to be able to be out there talking to different girls, interacting with other hot girls so that you understand that this girl ain't shit. You feel what I'm saying? Right now you're making her out to be like, did y'all even go on a date? Y'all ain't going on no date, right?
No, she agreed to it, but kept rescheduling, and then, you know, fell off at the last minute.
So you've never spent any significant amount of time with this woman?
No.
So Nez, how the fuck you know that she's like a chick that you want to really even fuck with? What if she's a fucking psycho? You know what I'm saying? What if she fucking kicks dead babies for fun? Like what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what she do.
That wouldn't bother me too much, to be honest.
Yo, Nez, you're fucking wild, bro. This nigga said. So you wouldn't care if she kicked dead babies for fun?
I mean, my erection is like contingent upon her like physical attributes. So like her ass, legs, tits, face, etc.
Oh my God, bruh. Bruh. Oh my goodness. I don't know what to tell you, man. This is like, I like, bro, I'm just trying to say, there's other women you could fuck with, man. What are you doing?
Yeah, I know there is. I just need to.
You know this, man. Nez, you know this. Okay? So, look, Nez, bro, I keep telling you this over and over again, man. You have to go out there and push yourself to do these things and stop letting all this other goofy stuff stop you. Stop letting all this negative mindset stop you. You understand what I'm saying? You keep talking about all the you talking about your friend who's Indian who can't get a white girl and all this other stuff. It's like if he wanted to get a white girl, he would work hard to get a white girl. You feel what I'm saying? That's all it is. Because there's white girls out there who will fuck with him, but he's not putting in the work to do what I don't care if you need to talk to 500 white girls. If you want the white girl, go get the white girl. You feel what I'm saying?
Probably be more like 5,000 or 50,000.
Fuck it. I don't care if it's 50,000. I don't care if you have to talk to 5 million. If he wants that, that's what he got to do. You know what I'm saying? If he wants that, that's what he got to do. You understand what I'm saying?
I agree. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, dudes got to start getting, stop with this. Oh, well, it's a lot and it's hard. Well, if that's what you want, you feel what I'm saying? That's what you're going to have to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I understand.
All right, bro, man. I'm gonna let you later, man.
Cool.
All right, man. Appreciate the call. All right. So the calling number 646-481-3901. Hold on, let me see. You.
Oh, shit, is this Mr. Locario?
Yeah, what's poppin'? Who this?
Yo, this is Anthony calling from Calgary, Canada.
What's going on, bro?
Yo, so, I've been watching you for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've watched a shit ton of your shit. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
So, my problem is, I'm not consistent, you know what I mean? I've gotten a lot better where I can, approach chicks and everything. But, I think I have, really bad, confidence issues that, comes up once in a while.
Mm.
And, I'll be, on YouTube and I'll be watching, random, videos and I'll see, shit Black Pill and, I guess that really, destroys me. I know it's all bullshit, but, in the back of my head, it's always there when I go up to, open or something. You know what I mean? So, do you have any suggestions, or can you, debunk the, the shit to, help me, go through it, or, you know what I mean?
So you're saying you just having issues with your confidence? Because I can hear from your voice.
My confidence isn't consistent, whenever I go out, I always, I do fine, but there's times, during the week, something can happen and, confidence is, destroyed, and, I have, no motivation at all to, open or be social, and I just kind of, lock myself up, and it's, I guess, insecurities, I guess.
Right.
I guess I've drank the Kool-Aid, at least, because I'm black, right? I've kind of, drank the Kool-Aid into believing that, I ain't shit or whatever, and I know it's all bullshit, but, it's just, deep in the back of my head, and, regardless of what I do, I really, can't get over it.
Right. Well, let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Do you go to therapy?
No.
It sounds like you might need to go to therapy, bro. I'm not even joking, because you have now. So what I'm saying is that you might have some sort of deep-seated issues and trauma that's stopping you from being able to get from point A to point B. You feel what I'm saying? So there's certain things that you might need to work on first before you get to the next step. You feel what I'm saying? Because and I'm not sure, because I'm not a therapist, but they can tell you this or whatever. Right. But what I'm saying is that but for now in general, what I would say is that you have to, and this is something you probably do on your own first, is that you have to start becoming more aware of what's triggering you and what's making you feel how you feel. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's the first
how
thing.
the internet is, right? Internet is like, it's kind of a fucked up place. People say whatever they want to say. Like, but even like this morning, I was just like checking out another YouTuber and, talking about the race pill. And like, I just had to click on it, right? And then, like 10 minutes into it, I just felt like, what the fuck am I doing with what the fuck am I doing, dude? Like, I was able to like justify everything they were saying, and it's like.
So what were they saying? You said they was talking. Oh, you said they was talking about race.
Yeah, race pill. You know about the race pill? Like,
what's the race pill? This is a new pill. What's the race pill?
The race pill pretty much is like, let's say you're like a black dude. The game is like, game doesn't even fucking matter, dude. Like, it's like, if you're black or whatever, like, it's gonna be hard and it's gonna suck, and it's like, don't even waste your time. Like, these chicks aren't.
So wait, so the race pill. Hold on. So wait, so the race pill.
For some reason, I just believe it.
So wait, so the race pill is if you're black, chicks are not gonna want to fuck you. Is that what he's saying?
Not necessarily even black. So this is like what this guy was talking about. It's like, yeah, if you're like a minority and it's like you're trying to like, let's say you don't live in like the most diverse city or whatever. Like you live in maybe like a white city or whatever, and like don't even waste your time. And it's like, it's these chicks aren't looking for you, and it's like, I don't know. It's such bullshit. It's like brainwashing, but like I end up like believing it. You know what I mean?
But see, that's well, if you believe that, that's on you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and this is why.
Right. And I feel like it's picking up like a lot of traction too. Like this whole thing on race. It's kind of like black pill, but it's like more on like your race matters.
Well, that's the thing. See, stuff like that's always going to pick up traction. And you know why? Right. Is because it's negative.
People search for it.
And and negativity is easier to latch onto than because you don't got to do nothing to be negative. You feel what I'm saying? You could just say, "Well, look, I'm black, and I can't do nothing about being black, so therefore I give up and it's over." You know what I'm saying? That's it. But to actually make something happen and to be progressive and to actually do shit takes work, takes confidence, takes energy. You see what I'm saying? And so that's the thing where so many people gravitate to it because it's easier just to sort of be like, oh, well, that's it. And I'm going to just be pessimistic and negative and that's it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because me being black has never been an issue for me.
The thing is, we both know how it is. I don't know. Maybe like you grew up like people like there's so much like negativity. Like maybe your parents might have like instilled certain things in you, like don't do X, be careful about Y. Like say certain things. Like how you look at people look at you certain ways. You know what I mean? like.
Oh yeah, well that's Well yeah, that's just being Well, if you're a black man, in this society. Of course, there's going to be certain things you're going to need to know and look out for because of racism and all that other shit. But when I'm talking about specifically about women, though. You feel what I'm saying? Being black has never been an issue for me when it comes to fucking with chicks. Never. In fact, sometimes being black has helped it make it easier for me in certain situations to get women. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. And it's never wavered your confidence. You've always been like steady on that. It's just like doesn't matter. You are who you are. You're Locario. You can do whatever you want.
Right. Well, this is the thing. Because from before, right? See, this is what you got to understand, and this comes from awareness and just understanding about certain things. Before you're black, you're a man. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So the fact that I'm a man, because I've dated women who. They were like, oh, you're the first black guy I ever dated. Or I never dated a black guy before. Or I didn't even think I liked black guys until I got with you and all that other dumb shit. You see what I'm saying? But that's because I'm a man. You feel what I'm saying? I'm a black man, but I'm still a man. So me being a man comes first when it comes to me interacting with a woman. And her being a woman comes first before her race. Because the race is an actual social construct that we put on each other. So it's not the fucking tone of my skin doesn't dictate or it doesn't come first before my masculinity. You know what I'm saying? But masculinity always comes first. So all this other shit about, oh, well, if you're black, then this type of girl ain't gonna want you, and that is bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? It's bullshit. I've dated white girls, black girls, Asian girls, Indian girls. I've dated freaking what do you call them? Little people, dwarfs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've dated all types of chicks. You feel what I'm saying? And it was never a fucking thing of, oh, well, it's the, now, are there women who probably wasn't feeling me because they don't like black guys? Maybe. It could be, right? But what does that even matter? I don't give a fuck about why you don't fucking like me. It don't matter.
Exactly.
So that's the thing. Like, you got to get past all the bullshit that's in your mind that's stopping you from doing shit.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right. It's just because, like, I think for the longest time, I've always had, like, low self-esteem or low confidence. And then when I started watching this stuff, that's when I started going out, like, in the field, night game, like, going out. That's when I really built on my confidence. And maybe the last, like, 6 months, I'm probably on my highest point right now. Like, I would see myself. Like, my confidence is probably at its highest point. But it's not consistent, you know? It'll be like, good. And then, even if I have really horrible nights and I'm just, like, nothing works out, I can still keep the confidence. But it might be, like, a random Tuesday, and I just feel like, you know, like, what is this? And then I'll like, stumble upon some random video, and it's just like, what the, like, it's just, I'm just like...
Well, that's because, but see, this is the thing. This is the thing. That's the difference between, like, because this is what, when I talk about confidence, I tell dudes to have core confidence. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
so he can't change, right?
Right, because core confidence is this. Just because, like, if you have core confidence, it doesn't mean that you're. See, this is what I gotta explain to people. When you're confident, it doesn't mean 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you're feeling confident. That doesn't mean that. What it means is that there's a core of confidence that you have in general. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like a person, if a person says, I'm a healthy person, doesn't mean that they don't catch a cold once in a while. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you'll catch a cold once in a while, even though you're a healthy person, right? So the same thing with confidence. You're confident in general, but once in a blue moon, you might go through some shit. Some may throw you off or whatever. It is what it is. But in general, you're confident. But what you got to understand when it comes to the core, when you have that core confidence, that means that even if you feel thrown off, even if you feel a certain way one day, you don't let that overtake your mentality. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I mean. So you don't say, damn, well, I saw this video about guys talking about, well, if you're black, then it's over for you and it's going to be hard because you're black and yada, yada, yada. So if you have core confidence and you understand yourself and your value and who you are, you'll watch that and that shit won't even make sense to you. You'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about? That shit sound goofy. You feel what I'm saying?
The thing is, it doesn't make sense because when I go out, I do fine. I do fine. But it's just like in the back of my head there, like, it's like a loop, you know. I just keep like
and that's
playing the same.
And that's what I'm saying. Where you have to have that core confidence, because when you have that core confidence, that type of shit is going to sound like comedy to you. You understand? This is why, like, a lot of times, like, I'll watch certain videos and I'll just be laughing at this shit. Like when dudes be having videos, you know, measuring dudes' faces, talking about, oh, well, the guy has a jawline, and I'm just laughing at this motherfuckers. I'm like, this shit is hilarious. You know what I'm saying? So what you gotta do is you gotta get out more in the real world, interact with women and be in situations. You see what I'm saying?
For the longest time I've been on the online. That's all I've been doing for the last all of high school, all of college, right? And it's only been now I've been like trying to like go out and, you know, approach chicks or whatever. So it's still kind of new. You know, I'm only like 6 months into this, but using your guidance, I've definitely come a long way for sure. So I gotta.
So I'm telling you, man, like try to definitely. I think seeing a therapist would definitely help. You feel what I'm saying? And also at the same time, just going out there and experience real life. Like go out there and interact with a woman and women in general, because what's going to happen is you're going to run into women who y'all going to have conversations. The girl's going to be feeling you. everything's gonna run smooth. She gonna be, showing signs of interest. You're gonna be like, God damn, I'm talking to a fucking Asian girl and she's fucking with it. You feel what I'm saying? And that's gonna make you watch these other videos and laugh your fucking ass off. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Definitely.
You feel me?
Yeah.
All right, bro.
Can I ask one more question?
Yeah, real quick.
Okay. So right now, when I go out, I usually go out to like social events and stuff. And like when it's social events, I feel like people are open to like talking and shit. But when it's like not necessarily a social event, like it's like maybe you're in class, maybe you're in like work, maybe you're like, I don't know, on the street or something, I feel like that's a lot harder for me to want to open. Do you have any, is that just like practice and just like saying whatever, or that's just like a mindset? Do you have any advice on that?
Well, the thing is,
you know what I mean?
Well, the thing is, in any social situation, you just want to learn how to be social. You understand what I'm saying? So
in all situations.
In all situations, because what happens is that when you're social, and let's say you're like like, I don't know, at like a business event or something, or you're at like a barbecue or some shit or whatever, any social interaction situation. You could be on a bus, a train, it don't matter, but then you're being social with people. Right. What it is being comfortable enough to just have conversations, because the conversations are going to bring out the energy to keep the social interaction going and to give you the input on what you should do next. So let's say for example you on a train and you sit next to a girl and she got a book and you say, hey, what's that book you're reading? Right? And she's like, oh, it's so and so. You're like, oh, what's that about? Blah blah blah. So you're using that book to start the conversation, and now you let's say you notice she's smiling at you and she's talking to you and she's asking you questions now and she's being very flirtatious. You're like, oh shit, let me get this girl's number. She seemed cool. Hey, listen, I'm about to get off the next stop. Let me get your information. We should hang out. You feel what I'm saying? And that's because you are just being social in general. Because a lot of times you don't necessarily even need to get the number, but just you being social with that girl may give you the energy to be social to the next girl and the next person and the next person, and then it becomes second nature to you. You see what I mean?
Right. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, bro.
Sure.
Appreciate the call, my brother.
Thanks a lot, dude.
All right, man. I'm holla.
Thanks.
All right, peace.
See you.
All right. Hold on, let me see. Hold on. You.
Hold up. You hear me?
Yo, what's poppin'? Who this?
Just City, man. What's going on?
What's going on? What's good?
Not much, man. But yo, I got two questions, bro.
All right.
So the first one. So the thing is, I was in a bad boy membership for a while. I had to get off, due to finances, but I'm on the Patreon, just so you know. So on the membership, I was keeping out the, the mouthpiece one, right? And I get it, you got to talk to a lot of women to, you got to get your practice in, you got to talk to a bunch of them just so you can, increase your social muscle, your verbal game. So I did that, and, over time, I realized that my weakness as of right now is that, I realized that to not understand my voice, like you hear me talk right now, right? Because sometimes I'll be talking slow and fast and choppy and stuff. I've been talking like this since I was a kid, and that's always been my weak point. Trying to like get better verbally, So I guess my question is, is it possible to change the tonality of your voice when you realize it when you keep talking more, or is it something it's some exercise that I got to do to myself to, fix the tone and the pattern of my voice and not sound choppy and speedy?
Well, yeah, there's ways that you can learn how to, tone down the speed and the actual tone of your shit and be able to talk slower, talk faster. It's something you got to practice, though. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you would have to, get like, because they have people who are coaches who coach people on speech and talking in front of audiences and, shit like that. So it's something that you can learn, but it's something that you have to to practice. You feel what I mean? You know, something that takes a while to practice because the way that you talk and the way that you're so used to talking, you know, it's natural for you to talk that way because that's how you've been doing it for the past however. But if you wanted to switch it up and talk in a certain way or be in a certain type of, you know, have a certain voice tonality and fucking way to, you know, talk a certain way, then you can practice that type of shit. You feel what I'm saying? But again, it takes a lot of practice. It's just like learning another language or whatever. It's going to take practice for you to be able to consciously do that. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
Right. You see what I mean? So it's just something that you would need to, you know, you can practice some of it on your own, but if you got a coach who specializes in that, you know, in speaking in certain ways or whatever, that will help you be able to, you know, do it in a better situation. You know what I'm saying?
So how would I practice if I was doing it on my own? Would I need to read out loud or?
Yeah, you would just need to consciously talk, you know what I'm saying, to yourself, or let's say you would record yourself talking and try to, you know what I mean, or try to read certain things and just start having conversations to where you're consciously making, you know, certain choices in how you speak. So, for example, like I do a lot of ums and likes in my talking. So if I wanted to work on that, what I would probably do is as I'm talking, when I can see myself about to say I would just pause and then go to my next, you know, thought. You feel what I'm saying? But you got to be conscious. You got to. That's what I'm saying. It's something you have to. It's the same thing I was telling the dude earlier, where when you learn game, at first you're focusing on what you're doing. Then once you start to do it over and over and over again, it becomes second nature. You're not focusing on it as much because it becomes more natural to you. You see what I'm saying? So you have to start out by, you know, like even me, I say you know a lot. So I would have to, if I'm talking and I can hear myself saying that, or I would have to slow myself down and I'm saying, at this moment, I'm about to say you know, when I pause, instead of saying that, I just go to whatever I want to say. You see what I mean? So it depends on it depends on what you want to work on, taking that slow and being conscious of doing it. You see what I'm saying? But again, like I said, it's definitely, if you have a coach that will, you know, a speech coach or whatever, that can help you out a lot. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. I'm gonna try by myself. But at the same time, I might have to invest in a speaking coach.
Right.
But even so, I can still like talk to women and you know try to constantly trying to slow it down when I talk. Right.
Yeah, and that's the thing. When you could try to slow it down a little. You know, make your voice a little bit deeper, especially when you're got a chick close and you're trying to be all seductive and shit like that. You know, it makes a difference. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
right.
I'm actually getting better with the whole, you know, talking all deep and, you know, toning down my voice a little bit, trying to get close to some parties and stuff. So I'm getting better with that one. It's just that when I'm speaking, like in the public environment, like, you know, at say Walmart or the coffee shop or whatever, that's when I need to, you know, keep an eye out, be constantly understanding myself that, you know, certain things are going to say that are going to stutter. I would actually like pause for a minute. And like you said, just probably, you know, keep going based on what I want to say.
Right. Yeah. So all you got to do is, man, just, you know, practice, and then, you know, you'll get shit popping. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Cool.
All right, bro.
So second question. So.
Hold on. What you said?
Huh?
Oh, say it again.
Oh, I was gonna say second question.
All right, real quick, because I gotta go to get to the next call before I get out of here.
All right, guys, got you. All right. So the thing is, I'm at where I live right now. It's a college-based town. Like I'm in Tallahassee, Florida. So we got FAMU, we got FSU, and I'm surrounded by college girls almost everywhere. And on the AIDS game, and on some videos talking about like don't take young women serious, which I don't. Some women are cool, but most of them is very hard to pull because you know how they are right now. And I believe, but I don't want to like spoil too much in the AIDS game, but let's just say that you know everything you've been teaching in the membership and in YouTube video sounds like that. You know, you gotta learn like some pickup artist stuff and you know, with these girls like 18, 19 years old, whatever, or 20, 21, it's all about like, you know, I don't know, it's kind of like you gotta do the push pull and, you know, all other shit. So is it really that true, or can I just get away with the game you're teaching me right now when it comes to getting these young girls?
So you saying with younger girls, do you feel like you feel like you gotta play games with them and all that other shit?
Yeah, so not play games with them. It's kind of like again, I don't want to like give away your membership videos,
right,
and all other stuff in this live.
Right.
So what I'm saying is that it seems like, you know, for example, like, you know, being direct, or you know, giving we call it like giving compliment, whatever. Like say, or I like the way you look at me like that, or, you know, or like the smile, or like the hairstyle you got right there. Like, it goes to your face, goes to skin tone, right? So, you know, the whole validation thing, and I think you have to like. Let's still work with these young girls right now, because it seems like, you know, as I observe and stuff like that, how my homeboys got the girls, it seems like, how my homeboys got the girls, it's like, you know, they got like, when we go to parties, we have a social, whatever, they got bottles, they have liquor and other stuff, and they try to come home, try to come back to the crib from class, and you know, play the games and stuff like that. I'm like, that takes a lot of that's something I don't do personally. I don't drink, first of all, and second.
Right. No, well, this is the thing. You ain't gotta. I see what you're getting at. You ain't gotta do all that shit. All you gotta do is, when it comes to the thing with younger women, is that younger women have a lot more energy and they're a lot more fickle. You understand what I'm saying? So meaning that their attention is pulled in so many different directions really quickly. So with young chicks, all you would need to do is just get to the point of what you're trying to do and have her follow you in that moment. Now, if she does that, then just do what you got to do with her in a moment. Because usually what happens is that those situations, more often than not, are short-lived. Unless you're probably like her age and you know, y'all on some boyfriend-girlfriend shit, it's usually going to be some short-lived shit. So you just sort of like, you just sort of enjoy the situation as it comes, but understand if you hollering at, how old are you? How old are you?
I'm 32.
32, right? So if you're 32 and you trying to holler at an 18-year-old, you're able to still get them, but understand it's a whole different dynamic because they're still so young in the mind. So as an older dude, what you need to do is you don't want to go down to her level, which is acting like a young nigga. You feel what I'm saying? You want to bring her up to your level. You feel what I'm saying? But you can only bring her up to a point in most cases because her mind isn't there yet. So you can only bring her up to the point where you can use the situation to where you need it to get to. But understand is a lot of times it's only going to be up to a point because she's not at that level yet. You see what I'm saying? She's still partying, wanting to talk about Rihanna or fucking, you know, goofy ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Like she want to talk about Little Uzi Vert and all that. So her mind is all over the place as a young chick. So you have to be able to direct her, say, hey, let's do this, do that, until you exhaust how much she's going to be able to be useful to you. And what I mean is that because she's young and because she's flighty, it's going to be a short-lived thing. It's like fucking, I don't know. It's like having a battery that dies really quickly. You understand what I'm saying? Use it until it's not useful anymore, then you keep it moving. That's it. You feel me?
Yeah, just go direct, just go straight to the point because they're living in the moment.
Right. Exactly. You feel me? So that's what I'm talking about, man. But yo, I appreciate the call, my brother. All right.
Yes, sir.
I'm out.
All right,
peace.
Care,
later. All right. So hold on. I was trying to get Locker Room to call up. Locker Room, if you call up in the next minute. If not, hold on. I'm trying to get Locker Room. If Locker Room don't call up, I'm going to just take one other call and then we out. All right, hold on. You. Oh, I see Miles about to call. I have Miles calling next. Locker Room, what's popping? Who this? I know it's you, but what's going on?
Yo, what's good, Locario? So I just want to give you in the chat, you know what I'm saying, what's been kind of going on with me this morning. So pretty much, long story short, I'm in an Airbnb right now, and I was woken up this morning to a couple. They in here, you know what I'm saying, they fighting and they fucking arguing. And, shout out to Coach Greg Adams on YouTube, because he always, tells dudes on YouTube to not cohabitate. And now I see why, man, because like I tell you, Locario, the girl was crying, telling him to get out, to leave. They're fucking arguing, doing all this bullshit, and he hasn't left yet. It's 2:00. And they've been doing this shit since 9 a.m. He hasn't left yet. You wanna know why, Locario? He's not on his purpose. He's not doing what he needs to do as a man. And this was me 2018 and 2019. And I'm so glad, Locario, that I don't live with these women anymore, bro, because it's a lot of bullshit. It's a lot of bullshit that you have to go through. But you know how it is, Locario, because you cohabitate, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So you know how it is, Locario.
How is it? How is it? Tell me.
It's a bunch of bullshit.
It ain't a bunch of bullshit for me. It's never been a bunch of bullshit for me.
Okay, well, that's because you probably on your best behavior when you go home. You know what I'm saying? Some dudes, they be bucking, Like this dude, he's bucking, he's not on his best behavior. You probably stay on your best behavior.
Bro, see, you're missing the whole point. You're missing the whole point. The whole point is, okay, is making $1 million a bad thing?
No.
Okay. Now, if somebody made $1 million this year and lost all of it because they're irresponsible, would you say, hey, would it make sense for them to say, hey, don't make $1 million because you're going to lose it all, right? Well, you would just say, yo, you just don't know how to handle $1 million, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So the same applies here. It's not about cohabitating with a chick. This dude who is arguing with his chick, he just don't know how to handle his chick.
He don't know how to handle his chick.
Exactly. That's all it is. That's literally.
I don't know if I would say he doesn't know how to handle his chick, Locario. I would just say that it's all about For example, right? I'll give you an example because you are in Florida or were just recently in Florida or whatever with Miles, right?
Right.
So I'll give you an example. Since you don't have a car, right?
Mm.
When you go to Florida, you're obviously riding in Miles' car, right?
Right.
So when you get in Miles' car, you can't act any way you want to act when you're in Miles' car. You have to be respectful of the fact that you're in Miles' car. So you're typically on your best behavior, correct?
You say, well, that's Miles' car. If I have a place with my woman, isn't that my place?
Hold on. Let's answer my question.
Yeah, I would need. Yeah, if that's his car,
exactly.
Right. So if it's your house, shouldn't the woman be on her best behavior in your house?
But see, here's my thing, Locario. How is it yours if it's in an apartment?
It doesn't matter if it's an apartment. It doesn't matter if it's a fucking 1-bedroom apartment or a mansion. It's your place.
But if you're cohabitating, right? Aren't both of y'all named on the lease or whatever? How's it yours if you're cohabitating?
Okay, let me ask you a simple question. Who's the leader in the interaction?
It depends on any given.
No, wrong answer. Who's the leader when you're dealing with your woman?
I hope you are.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. If it's if you're in a relationship with your woman, right, and you are with her, you are leading your woman, right? So how is the woman you're leading yelling at you for a bunch of hours?
Because that's what women do. They're emotional. They're sporadic. They're
no.
No.
That means that you haven't instilled any game in your woman to let her know that it's not good for her to be yelling at you for 9 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So,
okay, well,
that's what I'm saying.
In the example that I was just trying to give you just now, you know what I'm saying? When you're, cohabitating, they put the word co for two people, right? Mm-hmm. So when you're like I say, when you go to Florida and you get inside Miles' car, you have to be on your best behavior. And what you're not understanding with that example. Okay,
hold on, again. What you're not understanding with that example, and you're basically saying the same shit I'm saying, is that if you own the situation, right? You're owning the situation, meaning that you are in this situation with your woman. You understand what I'm saying? So you owning the situation means that you take responsibility for everything that happens in that situation. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that in this situation, let's use the car for example. If Miles fucking drives off the road and I get injured, right? That's his fault. You understand what I'm saying? Because he's taking responsibility for that whole situation, right? So if I'm in his car and I'm saying, yo, Miles, you a bitch ass nigga, fuck you, blah blah blah, and he still allows me to chill with him in his car like ain't nothing happened, whose fault is that?
That's Miles' responsibility. Now,
exactly. So what are you talking about?
If you want to get a ride and benefit off of Miles having a car, you have to be on your best behavior. And this is why Coach Greg Adams and a lot of these YouTubers, they talk about cohabitating, because a lot of dudes, they have criminal backgrounds, they don't have a license, they don't have a car, they don't have their shit together, right?
And whose fault? Wait, hold on. Whose fault is that though? Whose fault is that?
Let me finish my point.
Whose fault is that?
So they don't have their shit together, right? So what they have to do is they have to kiss a woman's ass.
No, they don't.
To be able to have.
No, they don't.
Facts.
No, they don't. Why do you have to kiss a woman's ass? Why can't he do his own shit and get his own shit?
Because I just told you, a lot of dudes have criminal records. They have no license. They have no car. They don't have.
You can listen. You can just because you have a criminal record don't mean that you can't get shit popping.
Locario, if you have a criminal record, it's going to be harder for you to get in the apartment.
It doesn't matter if it's harder, but you can do it, right?
Locario, I'm telling you, bro. You see, I don't know why you don't want to listen to me. What I'm saying is fact. It's not a lie.
But this is what you don't understand. This is what you don't understand. You guys are always looking for excuses as to why you don't want to take responsibility for your situation. So you guys will be out there saying, well, don't cohabitate with a woman because she's going to yell at you. No, she's yelling at you because you a bitch ass nigga. That's why.
No,
it's that simple.
What you just said contradicts itself, right?
How?
You just said that men don't want to take responsibility when they're in a situation of cohabitating. I'm telling you, if they were to take responsibility from the get-go, they wouldn't even have to cohabitate.
No, but it's not about having to cohabitate. It's about choosing to cohabitate. You understand what I'm saying? You're saying it from the perspective of, well, I don't got my shit together, or the guy don't got his shit together. He's a criminal, and he got all this shit going on, and so he's like, damn, well, I have to, because you're looking at it like cohabitating is like this punishment, like, fuck, I gotta go live with a chick? Oh my God, this is gonna be crazy, right? And then when the chick fucking yells at you and does all this crazy shit, you're like, shit, see, this is what I get for fucking having to go fuck with a chick. No, what I'm telling you is, if you are a man and you're on top of your shit, right? I don't give a fuck if I'm a criminal and I ain't got a dime to my name and I meet a chick who got millions of dollars, she gets 6-7 figures a year. Guess what? As soon as I walk into her fucking apartment, that's my apartment. You understand what I'm saying?
No. Now you
fuck all that shit.
Now you've lost your mind.
No. I haven't lost my mind. You haven't found yours. You haven't found your mind.
No.
You haven't found your masculinity. You understand what I'm saying?
You don't have shit. If you don't have shit and you try to go into a chick's house who got millions of dollars and you think you're gonna walk in there and do whatever the fuck you
Yes,
want to do,
I do. Yes, I do.
You're delusional.
Well, wait, hold on. Who's a part? Wait, where am I at right now? This look like my apartment?
I don't know where you at. It looks nice. Where are you?
What do you think?
I don't know. Where are you?
Okay, think about it. Just think about it. That's all I gotta say. Just think about it.
Okay,
Now, what I'm saying is that when you're dealing with a woman, you understand what I'm saying? When you're dealing with a woman,
Locario, if you're in another woman's apartment, best believe she's allowing you to be in there. You're not. You didn't.
No. See, this is what you don't understand. I'm trying to teach you the game, bro. I'm trying to teach you the game.
Go ahead.
When you're with a woman and she respects you and your masculinity, you feel what I'm saying? When she understands how valuable you are, right? She understands that you are a leader. You feel what I'm saying? She's not giving anything up to you. She wants to participate. She wants to be a part of what you're doing. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So what I'm saying is that, like I said, if I didn't have a dime to my name and I'm dealing with a chick and I walk into her house and we're dealing with each other, that's my house. You understand what I'm saying? But you don't understand that.
No, I hear what you're saying. It doesn't make sense, number one. And number two, that's completely idiotic to me. And I'm going to tell you why, okay? If you walk into somebody else's shit, right? Because I gave you the analogy with Miles. If you get into Miles' car, how come you don't have that same energy when you get in Miles' car? How come you don't walk in Miles' car and say, you know what?
Because me and Miles are business partners, bro. And that's a man I'm dealing with. I'm not dealing with him like I'm dealing with a chick. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly, because it won't work.
Because he's not a woman. What is wrong with you, bro? What is wrong with you?
No. See, if you were to have your shit together from the get-go, you wouldn't need to go into her apartment and kick the door down.
That's not the point. That's not even the point. That's not even the point. That's not even the point.
You would have your own.
That's not even the point. Well, what was your original point, Locker Room? What was your original point? You said you won't cohabitate with a chick because you don't feel like dealing with all that bullshit. I'm saying you're dealing with all the bullshit because you don't know how to deal with women. That's all I'm saying. So any of these dudes online who's talking about, yo, don't cohabitate with no chick because blah, 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 that's because you don't know how to deal with a chick. It's that simple.
No, I don't think it's because they don't know how to deal with women, Locario. I think it's because they're just smart and they've realized if I can get my shit together, I don't have to do.
So let me ask you this. Hold on. So wait. So basically what you're saying is any guy who cohabitates with a woman, that means he doesn't have his shit together. That's the only reason to do with a cohabitate with a woman.
It's either that or he's trying to get cheaper rates. For example, you live in New York City, right? Rent is pretty expensive in New York City, right? So from a logical perspective, a logical dude would say, you know what? If I'm fucking with this chick and she got a place, I could just move in with her and I could save half of my rent. That's what niggas do. Why are you acting like that's not what people do, Locario? That's exactly what people do.
Bro, just because people do that, right, does not mean that everybody who's cohabitating is doing it for that reason. So just like I said, you're going to have guys who might do that, who might be simps, so that when they get into a situation where the chick is yelling at them and acting all stupid and funny, they're going to be like, damn, I shouldn't have cohabitated with the chick. It ain't about the cohabitation. You're looking at the wrong thing. The reason why she yelling at you is because, like I said earlier, is that you want some bitch-ass nigga shit. That's why she yelling at you. It ain't got nothing to do with the cohabitation. You see what I'm saying?
The reason why you're on some bitch-ass nigga shit is because you have to be. I'm pretty sure.
No, you. So basically, hold on. So basically, your logic is the only reason a man with a cohabitate is because he has no choice. Is that what you're saying?
Listen, yes, because guess what? You know what the opposite of cohabitation is? Her living with you. Because guess what?
Bro, what the fuck is the difference? What are you talking about?
Listen.
You're doing semantics now?
Listen for a second. Just listen for a second. Let's say Floyd Mayweather, for example, right? Floyd Mayweather, if a woman goes to Floyd Mayweather's house, right? She's just like how when you get in Miles' car, you're on your best behavior. She's gonna walk into his house and be on her best behavior because guess what? That's his house. Now, if she wants to act up and wants to start fighting and wants to be on some bullshit, guess what? He's gonna kick her the fuck out because he's the one in the power position.
Bro, you talking about nigga? Hold on. Do you understand what you just said? Do you understand what you just said? Do you understand what you just said? Do you understand what you just said?
Do you understand what
Yes, I do, and it's ridiculous. I'm gonna show you how. You just said that the woman is going to now respect him because she walked into his house. How about wait, stop, pause right there. How about she respects him before she even gets into the fucking house? That's what I'm talking about. You keep adding on all this other extra shit. The chick needs to respect that motherfucker while he's standing on the street. You understand what I'm saying?
You want to know what a lot of kids here in the black community when they're growing up in their parents' house? If you don't like the rules, you can get your ass out of my fucking house.
Right, and the same applies for when you're dealing with a woman. Before a woman even steps into my house or steps into my life or steps into my frame, I tell her, hey, these are the rules. If you ain't down to fuck with it, then you can bounce. That happens before we even move in together, right? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so if that happens before we move in together, and I tell her, hey, listen, ain't gonna be no yelling at me, ain't gonna be none of this disrespectful shit, and if you are, then you out of here, right? So she knows this. So when we move in together, when we cohabitate, what do you think's gonna happen? There ain't gonna be all that yelling. There ain't gonna be all that stupid shit. That's gonna happen to dudes who feel like they ain't got no choice and feel like they need to be with the chick or they don't have no game in order to make shit happen with a woman. That's what I'm saying is two different things. You're talking about the cohabitation is the thing that's going to make a chick fucking be on some rah-rah shit to you. A chick's going to be on some rah-rah shit to you when she don't respect you. Period. That's what it's about.
And it's hard to respect a man who doesn't have a license, who doesn't have a car,
oh my
who doesn't have a house,
bro.
who doesn't have his shit together. It's hard to respect kind of man. Now here's my thing, right, Locario, because see, you call yourself the bad boy of the dating game, right? Mm-hmm. Now I was thinking about this, right?
Sure.
So if you're the bad boy of the dating game, you acknowledge and you admit that you're playing games, right?
No, I'm not playing games. Well, go ahead.
But your slogan is you're the bad boy of the dating game.
Yeah, but what's game? What is the game? What is the game?
Right?
What is the game?
It's a game that women are running, and you're.
No, it's not. This is what I'm saying. You don't even know what the game is. What is the game?
What is it? I'm asking you.
The game is life. That's what the game is. Having game is a strategy that you use to get what you want in this life. Playing games, hold on. I'm trying to explain to you. Playing games is a form of game in which a person does goofy shit in order to try to make something happen. So what I'm saying is the difference between playing games and having game, having an actual strategy that's authentic, that works for you to get shit popping. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. You talking about game is about women running shit. Like, where do you get that? Where you think women are running shit?
Because, Locario, you say you're the bad boy of the dating game, right? What I'm trying to tell you is that women, this is why I put in the chat, women choose men. I don't know if you don't agree with that or not, but that is the reality of life.
You said women, you said women choose men. What does that mean?
That means, Locario, if you go out, right, and you cold approach 100 chicks, and let's say the chick you really wanted was chick number 45, right? That's the one Locario himself wanted. What I'm telling you is that it doesn't fucking matter if that's the one you want if she doesn't want you.
Right. Okay. So let me ask you a question. Wait. So if chick 45 or chick 46 wants me, does it matter if I don't go and approach?
You said, does it matter
if I don't approach this woman? How does she get me?
How does she get you? She probably won't.
Okay, so then what you talking about then? What are you talking about? How is the woman running the shit then?
But see, here's my thing, right? Women choose. So at the end of the day, it don't matter if you approach or not. It's still not up to you at the end of the day.
No, men give, listen to me. Men give women the option to choose. You understand that? Because 9 times out of 10, the woman isn't gonna come approach me. The most she'll do is if she was choosing me.
You want to know why she won't approach you?
Why? Tell me.
Because you're not high status enough or high value enough in her eyes for her to make the approach. Because I'll tell you right now, right? I guarantee you that Drake has women that approach him. I guarantee you, Drake goes to a club.
Bruh, you gotta listen to the earlier part of the show. Stop comparing yourself to celebrities. Stop comparing yourself to celebrities.
No. It's not about comparing yourself to celebrities. It's about comparing yourself to a high value.
No. Stop. No. That's false equivalency. You can't compare yourself to celebrity because Drake has fans who will approach him randomly all over the place. That's what people do when they see celebrities. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's no fear barrier to approaching that celebrity because you're excited to see them and want a picture. You understand what I'm saying? If a woman sees a man, and especially if he's a high value man, usually she's even more intimidated to fucking approach him.
You wouldn't call yourself a celebrity?
Say that again?
You wouldn't call yourself?
Hell no, I'm not no fucking celebrity. What you mean? What you talking about?
Okay.
Here's what I'm saying.
Here's what I'm telling you, Locario, is that I've seen personally, right? I've seen DMs from dudes. When you're about something, when you're doing something in this life, women will come to you.
Bro, I was talking about this earlier. What time did you get into the chat? You're gonna have to rewind the show and watch exactly what I was talking about earlier. I was talking about getting women to chase you. And I'm saying that a lot of dudes have this fantasy of trying to get women to chase, but they don't know how to do it. So you got to rewind and get back to the show. But listen, I gotta go because I gotta get Miles to call in real quick because I think he was trying to call in. And I'm gonna holler at you later, man.
All right, Locario.
Appreciate it, bro.
All right, Locario.
All right, man.
All right,
Peace.
Locario.
All right, Miles, if you're still on, let me see if he's still up. I want Miles to call in real quick, then we're gonna end the show. Hold on. Let me tell him to call up. Let me see. Let me get Miles to call up. Man, yo, I'm just like, yo, man, I don't understand how dudes don't see this shit, man. I do not understand how dudes don't see this shit. That's crazy. That shit is crazy. Y'all talking about cohabitating like that's the issue. That's not the issue. That's not the issue. Y'all gotta understand that's not the issue. Like, dudes gotta understand that the issue is that they don't know how to deal with the chick. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? And I think Miles had to run off and do some shit. All right, so listen. We about to end this because I gotta head out and do some things. Man. So let me shout out to everybody in the chat. Remember, make sure you guys get this book, How to Have Sex 200 Day, ebook, hard copy, or audiobook. Make sure you guys get this shit popping. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to Paul, Man, Jasmine, Louise, Global Voice of the Manosphere, Simple Sean, Mayhem Productions, Justin Bing. Who else is up in here? 6 Ann, Jay Hundo. Shout out to Locker Room with his crazy ass. Locker Room, you gotta get some game, bro. You just be off with this shit. Like, Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness. Mike Larry, Space Pirate, Astro Thoughts, Rock K, Rebecca B, Mr. L in the building, All Money and J, Fabian K. Who else? King Shaddy Ratty. What's up here? Big King Kingston. Placido. Man, Global Voice of the Manosphere. I think I talked about you before. Aaron B, Quays Jader. But yo, man, I appreciate everybody tuning in. You feel what I'm saying? And I will see you guys again probably on Monday, actually. But yeah. So probably on Monday and all that other good shit. So I will holler at you guys later. And you guys have a good weekend. And remember, make sure you guys go to the Bad Boy membership. Because I just put out my new Bad Boy membership program called Don't Have Sex with Her. Okay, so this one teaches you 8 types of women that you should not be having sex with. Okay, I'm telling you, you need to listen to that program. Go to badboymembership.com. Join the Bad Boy membership. We have that program out now. You understand what I'm saying? It's called Don't Have Sex with Her. 8 types of women to avoid messing with. Make sure you guys check that out. It's on point. It's something you need to hear. You feel what I'm saying? It's on the Bad Boy membership. Go to badboymembership.com because listen, man, it's getting crazy out here with all this, Me Too, feminist, all this other crazy shit that you guys got to look out for. You feel what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it, man. I'm out of here, guys. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace.